I remember telling them at the story about when I was in the fourth grade, I had this candy business. And my school, I got transferred from a school in the bottom of Oakland, the heartland, the flatland they call it, and then I got a bus to a school in the hills. So at the hills, there's no corner stores in the hills. But in my community, there's a lot of corner stores. So those kids up there didn't get candy. So I would buy candy at the bottom of the hill, take it on the bus up the hill, and the price would just go up as I went up the hill.
Yeah.
And then, and like, I had the business going for like 4 months, 5 months. I was making bank. I was hiding money in books in my house. Like it was, because my mom is nosy. She always be in my stuff. So I had to hide it. And then I got caught. This stupid kid fiending over some candy came to my classroom asking for candy in the middle of class. I'm like, are you an idiot? What are you doing? And then the principal sent me to the principal's office. My mom came up to the school. Everyone was mad. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. We're poor. Like I'm serious. Like we were like, what are you mad about? Like, I mean, she was mad that I had her come to school, but I couldn't understand why anybody was mad. Like, someone doing this really wrong. Like, I bought it. I bought the candy. I sold it. There's no error. There's no wrong there. But everyone's upset. All the adults are upset. And I remember that moment of like, it was one of my early money narratives, I think, that began to create challenge, right? Like, people are afraid of money. You shouldn't ever like go out and try and do something big because people will get upset. And it was a recording that was behind the scenes. I think I always wanted to be rich. I hated being poor. So I was like, shoot, what's the opposite? Well, I guess you gotta be rich, right? But also I had this narrative pan from fourth grade where people got mad when you made money, and I didn't understand it. So those are things that's on the back of the mask, and I'll just put that word is like that fourth grade store, my first business that got shut down. Yeah. But that's the back of my mask.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. That you were a little entrepreneur back then, and obviously you still are in many ways an entrepreneur. And you saw a gap in the market, and you created a win-win for everybody. Isn't it interesting to see how different people handle someone being different and someone taking matters into their own hands and actually getting results with it? And people not liking seeing results and what that means in terms of uncertainty and where is he going to go and what's that going to open up, protection mechanisms kick in, and it's all out of love in one sense, but a lot of it is also out of fear. Who knows what comes next?
Yeah, a lot of fear. That room was full of fear, and it was, but with no explanation, right? And maybe they don't even know how to explain it. They don't even know why they're really mad.
Yeah.
I mean, they blame it on some rules or the convention of what you should do or shouldn't do, but no one had a good explanation that made sense to a fourth grader. Like, what did I do wrong? Right? But yeah, very, very powerful. That fear is big.
And you say it stayed with you until a long time?
Well, I think as I look back, I mean, I wonder. I mean, I wonder. I mean, I imagine it is still in there. I mean, it's a story that still brings up a lot of energy, right? So there's something in that story that has, maybe it's not connected, but I feel there's some connection to the fact that, like right now, being in this work for 20 years, I'm barely getting close to like where I was 20 years ago when I was an engineer, like financially, in a like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think there's some, not that if I had that had never happened, I would have never left engineering and I would have stayed there. I don't know if all that, but I don't know that there's some money narratives in my life that have not been serving me.
Yeah,
That have not been.
it's
Yeah.
very interesting. And in terms of like latest science on this sort of thing, it suggests that you have these experiences when you're a kid and there's a meaning there. There's a meaning of, and really what we're talking about is a loss of something, whether it's a loss of reputation, safety, certainty, physical loss. And it's at a time when you're vulnerable because you're a kid, your brain is vulnerable. But if you feel it's inescapable as well, we tend to develop an automatic response from there on to any similar stimulus. So the stimulus for you there was making money. And now there's a response of, is it right to make money? Am I doing something wrong by making money? And then if that narrative continues, anytime money comes up for you, it's basically taking you back to being in fourth grade. It's like you're living it again without
Mm.
even knowing you're living it again, because it's in the cells, right? So once you
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
release that, you start to challenge it, and you challenge the meaning of it. I mean, there's no reason why you were clearly and still are a talented entrepreneur because you saw something that nobody else did, and you probably still have that skill set now that you see things that people don't now.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's powerful. Yeah, without a doubt, and I think that that's actually a great thinking about it.
Because who does that in fourth grade? Used to get these phone cards for free, and I would sell them for £5. But
Nice. Nice. That's it, that's it. But it's that it's other side of like, wait, this why is nobody doing this? Okay, I'll fix this. I'll fix this. And it was and I think that part is actually something I'm gonna reflect on today when I do some reflection this evening. Like, yeah, am I doing something wrong? And I think that has something to do with you as a coach, but me as a speaker when I go out to speak, I often will let people underpay me.
yeah,
Like, and I get mad after I'm getting the filling in the invoice. I'm like, how did I do this? Why did I do this again? And it's something back there that I've not fully got a handle on, but I'm working on. So thank you for putting those words to it. I hadn't heard it in that way. I'm still like just really processing what that story has meant to this day. So thank you for that.